Hi, and welcome to this episode of Tanklogix Portal Help. In this tutorial, I'll show you the new Ticket Transactions version 3.4. This version replaces all other current versions of ticket management and is designed with a flexible grid so you can customize your editing ticket experience any way you want. Let's look at the major sections of the page and give a general overview. At page top, we have a blue icon, which is a link to specific page details help. This eye icon is to show and hide some features. This helps to give some more room on the page to other items. You can see when the panel is open, the eye is blue. When the panel is closed, the eye is gray. There are other smaller eye icons on various sections of the page that have the same behavior. We can see on lease well search control, then grid search control, and then grid batch controls. Back to page top, we see this orange icon, which is a link to general page help. And a new tab opens to the Tanklogix blog explaining items like grid navigation, sorting, filtering, and search that are common to most pages. The disposal quick links across page top are for convenience and allow navigation to the most recent page versions of several disposal pages, the same as with the main navigation disposal sub-menus. We'll click on Customers, and it'll take us to that page, and we'll go back to Tickets. There are 4 new buttons in this page version that help with configuring and submitting on-demand transmissions to remote sites for leases, wells, and driver codes. The touchscreen HMIs or kiosks located at the remote disposal sites are powered in part by the lease, well, and driver information transmitted from the portal. Let's look at each button. The green HMI transmit button allows you to transmit lease and well information on demand. In our case, we have 2 sites ready for transmission. I can transmit a single site or leave the default to transmit all sites. Let's leave the default of all sites and click on the blue Transmit Lease and Well Information button. Both lease and well files are queued and transmitted within a few minutes. With the orange button, you may configure your sites to also receive nightly batch updates for leases, wells, and driver codes. Also configure the sources for lease and well information being transmitted down. Additional details are in the PDF tutorial. For now, let's select all of the checkboxes. I'll mouse over and click the orange button. It brings up this modal to configure my sites. I'll click on the green Edit Grid button, and I'm just going to select all checkboxes except the Future column. Then click on Save Selected Rows and close the modal. Okay, a few minutes have gone by, and we can now click the blue button to see what has gone down. This grid shows data on a single site-by-site basis. So choose a site in the drop-down. I'll select the TL demo site 12101. The blue HMI portal button allows you to view the lease and well information transmitted to the remote site. It will display both on-demand or batch transmissions. This is a confirmation of what is configured in the customer and driver pages and the file that is actually sent down to the remote touchscreen kiosk. The orange HMI transmission status button allows you to monitor current transmission status of lease, well, and driver code files, and allows you to view the most recent data residing in the HMI kiosk itself. This data from the actual kiosk is somewhat time delayed per 4-hour intervals. However, with an on-demand data push, it is just a few minutes until you see a refresh on your site. The rose ticket alert buttons allows you to view ticket data and, where applicable, ticket image status, and you may set alerts on the summary grid. The grid displays the latest ticket data and image for each site. To demo, let's click on the ticket alerts and point out a few items. There are 2 editable columns. You can set a time threshold for both ticket data and ticket images. If a new ticket or image has not come up again into the portal under that threshold, you will see an alert column. Let's try this for our sample company. You can see that the ages are old for this demo, so let's choose 10 hours for Site 101 and 4 days for Site 102. You can see Site 101 now has a red alarm alert because it has crossed the 10-hour threshold since a ticket has been posted. For Site 102, we still have OK as a status because 4 days or 96 hours is still outside of the current time elapsed. An important note, this only shows transmitted tickets, not manual tickets, either via the ticket transactions, manual creation UI, or via the manual CSV file uploads. What we are concerned about is the automated processes getting the data and images from the field to the portal server under the time threshold. Sites panel. The sites drop-down box is populated with sites configured for disposals. If you don't see a site here that you think should be here, please contact Tanklogix support. Disposal customers and drivers panel. This allows you to filter a mix of customers to appear on the grid below. We'll demo this control. You may select individual customers. We'll scroll so you can see the results in the ticket grid as we select customers. Okay, now we can see both controls. Let's use TL demo site 101 with a date range of October 17th through today's date. Okay, we see 6 tickets. Click on select individual link and see there are 4 disposal customers. Let's choose D Trucking and Jimmers Trucking. Now we have 5 tickets showing. Let's say we only want D Driver 2 tickets. So we'll click off Jimmers Trucking and go into the driver panel and uncheck D Driver 1. And we are left with the single ticket. Okay, let's choose Select All for customers. That's the default when we first enter the page. The Leasewell Search Manual Ticket Creation Book Edits link opens up 3 panels. Leasewell Search lets you search and filter on leases and wells, both from the Texas RRC monthly update file and from your own company defined leases file. There is full text search across all columns and a more granular column search. You may also set the sort order for the results window. For example, let's choose Anderson for lease name. We can see it pulls up 435 leases. If I click on the blue Set Leasewell Sort Order icon, we see the default is to sort the results of that search by lease name in ascending order. Let's suppose we want the results ordered first by operator name in ascending order, and second by lease name in ascending order as well. Now we need to rekey the search. So it's a good idea to set your sort order before searching the leases and wells. It displays the results, and this order will persist as long as you're in there. There is also a checkbox control to allow you to transfer lease well data from the results window to the ticket grid without having to copy paste. We will show that in another detailed demo about the leasewell search. Manual leasewell ticket creation lets you create tickets in the web page itself. If you have a large number of manual tickets to create, check out the manual CSV file upload tutorials on our blog. While manual ticket creation allows you to choose the date of the tickets, the system automatically supplies noon Central Time for a timestamp. The Leasewell Bulk Edits lets you do bulk edits across a variety of fields in your tickets. This will also be shown in a separate detailed demo. Okay, let's click on the eye icon for Leasewell Search and see the panel disappear, and the eye turns gray, which means there is hidden content. Now we look at grid search controls. Customize grid columns lets you choose which columns you want to display in your ticket grid. Let's click the blue Customize Grid columns and see the modal pop up. As you add columns, they appear at the far right of the grid. You may need to horizontally scroll to see the edits across a variety of fields in your tickets. On a PC or Mac, You can drag and drop columns in the order you prefer across the grid. To demo this briefly, let's add a couple new fields. Let's add the ticket image count and ticket image status. Let's add these and then save the selections and scroll right to see them in the grid. I'm going to drag them now across the grid next to ticket driver image link. I'll do them both one by one. And now we'll click the green Save Grid column order. The next time we come into this page, the grid number of columns and column order will be preserved. Ticket search allows you to choose multiple tickets separated by a comma to filter the tickets grid. In our example, let's choose tickets 1, 2, and 4. And make sure to separate them by commas. You can see a filtering. This honors the begin ticket start date and end ticket start date ranges. Click on the refresh icon and the grid restores. Now we move to grid batch controls. The refresh ticket grid data button refreshes data but preserves your column filters. Refresh grid data and column filters link refreshes data and removes your column filters. Edit grid opens up to 10 rows in edit mode. You can easily see which columns are editable by the open and white backgrounds. The reset grid button closes all edit mode rows back to read only. The save selected rows saves up to 10 rows in edit mode. So as a demo, we'll change the volume of a few tickets. If I want to edit them all, I can click the green Edit Grid button, or I can just click the rows I want. So I'll click tickets 1, 2, and 4. Okay, I clicked tickets 1, 2, and 4. I'll change an accounting code and volume. If I press Enter, only the row where my cursor is active is saved. If I press the green Save Selected Rows button, all open rows are saved. Delete selected rows deletes up to 10 rows in edit mode. And the CSV download of the filtered rows honors filtering in the CSV. The delete ticket batch tag can be used to delete rows on any value in the ticket batch tag column. When uploading CSV files, it's often helpful to create a batch tag on upload so you can organize and delete, if necessary, a set of data that perhaps there's an error in. The duplicate ticket number and the complete duplicates options are explained in detail by clicking these button helps to their side. We will provide a separate tutorial specific to the grid. That's all for the general introduction to Ticket Transactions 3.4. We hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching.